host, Louis Rocco, alongside
Justin.
And Andrew.
Well, today we have a few things to talk about with the 2016 season right around the corner. So let's start off with who you guys predict out of each conference, the NFC and the AFC. What do you guys predict the Super Bowl will be like this year?
I think the Patriots will replicate their success they had last year. Even though they didn't make it, they made it to the conference championship, which is always success. Broncos are no longer a team that are going to be at the top, minus Peyton Manning. They either have Sanchez or the rookie that they drafted in the NFL draft last season. The Patriots are going to take over. Tom Brady can carry any team he wants. If he goes to the Rams, he can take care of them. He can carry any team, and that's what I like about Brady. Whatever he does off the field, I don't care about. I care about what he does on the field, and he does amazing. They brought in some wide receivers. Chris Hogan, they brought him in, quality wide receiver, and their defense is always at the top of their game.
Yeah, I'm going to come in with like a tornado here. I'm picking the Jacksonville Jaguars. May seem like a big surprise, but the way they drafted, they got Jalen Ramsey, great guy. Miles Jack was a surprise in the second round. And then they got Sean Gibson, signing him from the Browns, and Prince Amukamara from the Giants, and Malik Jackson from the defending champs, the Broncos. Their defense is going to be great. And when you see their offense, with Blake Bortles, Chris Ivory, Allen Hurns, Allen Robinson, and Julius Thomas, it's unstoppable.
From the NFC, I would take the Cardinals. They have the best defense in the NFL. Whatever you like about the team is Carson Palmer. He played for the Bengals a couple years ago. He's a decent, average quarterback. Came down with some injuries, missed a year or two, came back and was at the top of his game. He could be considered top 5 quarterback in the league by no one. And Fitzgerald, he came back last season, quality, and he's performed really well for the Cardinals. And you need Fitzgerald to perform, because that combo, Palmer and Larry Fitzgerald, is a great 1-2 punch you have right there, and that's why I think Cardinals are going to be at the top of the NFC this season.
I'm going to agree with you, said the Cardinals are great. However, the Seahawks, they got a great defense and their offense. I'm going to say that the Seahawks, as a wild card, they're going to make it to the Super Bowl. It's going to be a wild card, They're going to beat the Cardinals in the AFC and the NFC championship game. It's going to be a close one in overtime. What do you say about this?
I have to agree here that I actually believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers will be the ones to take the AFC, and I also believe that the Arizona Cardinals will be the ones to take the NFC.
A dark horse, if I had to choose from the AFC, would be, even though you picked the Jaguars to be at the top, I pick them as a dark horse. They are improving. Bortles had a breakout season for him. He was considered, Jaguars always had troubles with quarterbacks. They always had Blaine Gabbert. He was a top draft pick, turned out to be nothing. He's on the Niners now. The Jaguars picked up, like I said, Malik Jackson, quality lineman, and they have Ivory, who had another great season for the Jets, and he's going to be a solid running back. The Jaguars always needed that. And also, who I really love in the Jaguars, who's going to be actually a probably top 5 receiver, is Allen Robinson. He also had a great season along with Bortles, and Jaguars are considered a dark horse in my opinion.
Well, I feel like a dark horse in the NFC could possibly be the Vikings. Like last year, they had a great season. Of course, the shanked field goal against the Seahawks, they could have beat the defending NFC championship, except they couldn't win. I think they're going to win because they got a great set of receivers, and Stephon Diggs, he's a young guy coming up, along with Teddy Bridgewater, the young gun at the quarterback.
Well, I believe in the AFC that the dark horse for the AFC will be the New York Jets here, and that's because for one reason alone. It doesn't matter who it is under center. With that team, with that offense you have, Brandon Marshall, Eric Decker, Bilal Powell, and now with the new addition of Matt Forte. And their offensive line is not too bad. And with that defense, you guys see the Jets winning games about 17-10, 24-17, pretty close games. And also, I'd like to clarify one thing. Geno Smith went 8-8 with his best receivers being Jeremy Curley, Chris Owusu, and Greg Sallis, who's now on the Detroit Lions practice squad. That just proves to you that Geno Smith could do it with nothing.
All right. If I had to choose a dark horse in the NFC, it's actually Andrew's top pick for the NFC, and that's the Seahawks, because Seahawks went 10-6 last season, and now they're minus Marshawn Lynch, which he was a huge factor in the Seahawks. And now, since they don't have a star running back, they do have the wide receiving core. It may seem a little weak on paper, but when they play on the field, it's absolutely outstanding. Wilson, you obviously know he's a star quarterback. No one's getting through him. He has the speed, and he has the passing ability, and Seahawks wouldn't be surprised if they went to the NFC Championship this year.
Well, I believe that the dark horse in the NFC is actually the team that plays our nation's capital, the Washington Redskins. What they did last year, taking over the NFC East, even though it was weak for sure, but they still took it over. Kirk Cousins has proved to be the franchise quarterback, and I believe now that they're rallied around him, that they will be the dark horse. And well, that's it for our NFL preview show. Join us next week as we discuss training camp.